Come on, look. Good job.
Bill Anderson, you're chasing a really inspiring story about a young boy and his desire to walk. You are at Eagles training camp. What do you got?
I am, and I'm not sure if we're living his dream or living mine, but you all remember Kayden Kinckle, who was the young man who inspired, really internationally, the world, because he had his leg amputated and was learning how to walk. Kayden was born with a rare developmental disease that led to the amputation of his leg and foot. Well, today, a New Jersey group called Bianca's Kids has Kayden, as well as several other young people, here kind of fulfilling a dream to come to Eagles camp. Woo! So they came today, they got a chance to meet the players, they got a chance to go on the field, they're having an outstanding day. We then actually went and spent some time with Kayden and his family. We wanted to find out what it's been like to have your 2-year-old really become an international superstar just for wanting to walk. And they told me that the world is surprised, but they're not.
He always wants to do it by himself. He watches and he just practices. You know, like I was saying earlier about the physical therapist, he doesn't want her to help him anymore. He tries to do it by himself.
Whenever anybody saw him, they said there's something about him that's just so encouraging. For everybody to see that light and everybody else get a wind of what we've been able to see, that's really good. It's really enjoyable.
And we actually spoke to the executive director of Bianca's Kids, asked her why it was so important to start something like this.
When I lost my niece Bianca in 2010, she was a pedestrian killed by a distracted driver. She was very passionate about children, specifically children in need. And so I created the foundation in her memory.
The kids are really inspired by this, some of them talking about the fact that they would love to be like the Eagles when they grow up. But overall, Bianca's Kids is serving the children of New Jersey and all across the country by fulfilling dreams.
You know, just to put it in perspective, what this little boy is going through, he not only had his leg amputated, but also his foot on the other leg. So he's got a long road to come back, but he's an inspiring little boy. What was his reaction being there, having at least part of his dream come true, meeting all these professional athletes and being a part of training camp?
Yeah, it's interesting because he's 2. So the whole concept of meeting the athletes, I'm not sure he necessarily gets it, but you can see that he loves football. I was trying to talk to him, and he was kind of turning his back on me so he could watch the players. So very clearly he's excited. I think the memory of this will be bigger for him as he gets older, but the excitement of the day is actually resonating with him and the others.
Bill, how did the Eagles look? Are they even close to ready for this season?
They look good, man. They're sitting there watching them practice. The guys look fast. The guys look like they're in shape.
You know, there's been so much other stuff in the news that you know, has been confrontational or Ray Rice. This is wonderful to hear.
Yeah, and these guys, you can tell that they're sincere about it. When they came out of the locker room, they actually made a point of coming over to the tent so that they could give all the kids high fives. They thanked them for coming. They've been very accommodating, so it really is a feel-good story.
That's great. Well, we're all praying for this little boy. He'll be running soon enough.
As a kid, I had like 2 braces on until I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah?
I know exactly how it is.
All right, man.
Praying for
God bless
you guys.
bro. All right.